topics on the about the first steps towards the success. Yeah, of course, this is I think it's a good topic for the for the for the newcomers. But of course, for us, even we join for a while, it's also useful for us to check whether we have been following this all the while, or we can also learn this system to duplicate and train and share with our new members joining us. Yeah. So I'll start to share now. Okay, so this is our 19 weeks of system education. Yeah. So today's topic is about taking the first steps toward the success. Yeah. So again, before I start, I would always like to thank the Alcon Global because of the wonderful platform we can all be here today. Yeah, and thanks to my life coach, Brother Jay and Sister Valet. Yeah, without them also I would not be here I am today. And next, thanks to our senior upline, Mr. Lee and Mrs. Lee, for those, although they didn't appear often, but they are always supporting us behind the scene. And very excitingly, next month in the September, we are going to have one Sunday night session with Mr. Lee as well. Yeah, so looking forward for that. And thanks to also our Alcon Global 001, Francis Chia. Yeah, and he is also another great person, although he's not physically going to Philippines there, but he's always supporting us and care for the Philippines leaders as well. So thank you very much to our Alcon Global 001. And of course, thanks to the GIS spirit that enable us to always learn together, even though we, from different leaders, different group, but we always have the chance and opportunity to learn from each other. And of course, always thanks to the Alcon Global Management Team. Yeah, thanks to them, Gigi and Michelle, for always supporting us. Yeah, of course, Sir Mark as well, and our Miss Pang. Yeah, so Fifi, Lele, everyone. So of course, the customer service team. I think they have been working very, very hard to always supporting us, especially during closing. So let's do our part also. Try to submit our entries, everything earlier, so that they can also finish their task earlier. So talking about, of course, there's many steps towards the success, yeah. But before that, let's just look at a few points to check ourselves, yeah, whether we are ready, to now march towards the success, yeah. So of course, number one, ask ourselves again, although I have asked in the previous topics, yeah. So for some of the newcomers, if this is your first time watching this, yeah, ask yourself again, are you satisfied with your life now? Is the life that you are having now, is it what you really want for the rest of your life? Yeah. And if it's not, do you want to make changes? And are you ready to make sacrifice, for now, so that you can create a better changes for your life and for your future? Yes, because we all know that life is very simple, right? If we are happy, then it's okay, keep going. But if we do know that, the life I'm having now is not the life that I want for the rest of my life, no? Especially if you are still young now, I don't think you want the rest of the 30, 40 years you still spend like what you are having now, right? Then definitely it's good for us to start to think how to make changes. I mean, even though some of us here, or maybe we are more senior, but never mind, if we think that we still can do something better for the next generation, for our children, for the grandchildren, it's still good that while we are still able to do it, we can make some changes for our future. Yeah. So so the number, so, and when we look at, the formula for success, I think we all want to be successful. That's why we are here today. So there is this Andrew Carnegie's magic formula for success. So he says that success equal to, first, the knowledge and the experience. Yeah, this is first thing you need to have, plus the ability to sell yourself. So the ability to promote yourself. And next, the innovative thinking. Yeah, so these three key things, is important: the knowledge and experience, ability to promote ourselves, and the innovative thinking. So all these three added together, multiplied with the hard work, Yeah, so you see how much important is the hard work. If we have a lot of knowledge or we are very talented, but without any hard work, of course, we are not near to the success. And the last one, which is the most important one, is actually the opportunity, you see. Yeah, because if if we work very hard and we have all this, but if we did not meet the right opportunity, if you are good at the mathematics or calculation, you know that if let's say this opportunity is 1 or 0 compared to this opportunity, you know the number, it could be 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000, you know, that makes a lot of difference if we, I mean, if we spend our effort at the right opportunity or the wrong opportunity. Yeah. So I think congratulations everyone that we are all here and we are already meet a right golden opportunity here. Yeah. And also I just want to show you another study. Do you know that if we do not work hard now, we'll be just spending the rest of our life with maybe just average or below average quality? Yeah, because there is a survey by the Yale University from USA. They conducted a survey to a group of youngsters aged 25 by asking them, do you wish to succeed in your life? So, you know, of course, when you are 25, you know, the youngsters, of course, almost every one of them say, yes, I want to succeed. I want to change my life. I want to, you know, make some changes. I want to be a successful entrepreneur or person next time. Yeah. So the university continue to monitor and continue keep contact to this group of youngsters, and 40 years later, when every one of them is already 65-year old, so they conducted a survey again to them. And when they realized that, you know, when they conducted a survey about their level of success, about their status at the age of 65, what happened? So they realized only 1% of them is like very, very successful. And 4% of them is like fairly successful, better than average. And 5% of them at the age of 65 are still working. 36% of them that has passed away, and 54% of them are in the poverty state. Yeah, so this actually, I think, really, you know, give us not say highlight, just let us to really think about, yeah, what will happen to us, you know, 30, 40 years later if we do not make any changes of our life. Yeah. So this is a good point for us to really think whether, you know, we want to just follow the average, or, you know, we don't want to make any changes, or we really determine to make better changes for our future. And do you know that network marketing industry also create more millionaires than any other industry? Yeah. So there is around 20% out of the 500,000 millionaires in the USA, they are actually created in the network marketing industry. So that is around 100,000 over millionaires. Yeah. And I think we all also know that the network marketing industry is definitely at the trend of growing when we compare to the different industry like the music, the video gaming, the MBA and other things. So network marketing is actually growing at 20% growth or more than that every year. So it's definitely going to surpass a $500 billion valuation in the 5 years from now. So Bill Gates said the secret of success in the business in detecting where the world will go and getting there first. So I always feel that we are blessed that we already meet the right platform, meet the right company, and we know this opportunity earlier than the rest. Yeah, so it's just how we can utilize it earlier. And of course, next also, before we talk about the set and ask ourselves again, do we still have the dreams? Are we continuously expanding or shrinking our dreams? Yeah. So if you have watched my previous topic also, I've repeated many times and it's definitely very important. And dreams is also the first topic at our elite seminar. So I think 2 weeks ago, I have a particular topic, whole topic talking about dreams itself. Yeah. So it's good that, yeah, you can get the YouTube link maybe from your upline, from the person who invite you. You can re-watch the topic about the dreams, because dream is so much important. The level of our success later actually depends on the size of our dream. Yeah, so having a big dream is definitely important. And of course, we want to realize our dream. So it's important we can grab the opportunity now and continue keep learning and keep improving so that we are marching towards to realize our dream. Yeah. And now we are all at the Alcon Global Business Platform. We all having the same opportunity. Then it depends on how much hard work we are going to put in and whether we have the right mindset. Yeah. So for example, a successful people will always be keep thinking how to keep making changes for the better of the future. Whereas ordinary people, they may be just keep thinking how to minimize changes in order to ensure everything is remain as usual. Everything is in the good order, you know. Sometimes certain ordinary people, they are worried of changes. They are afraid of changes. They are afraid of doing things that they never do before. That's why their life will be remain as usual because they are not making any changes in their life. But if we are the one here today, we are determined to make changes for our future. Definitely, you know, it's key that we keep thinking, keep reviewing what are we doing every day so that we keep making changes and we are definitely closer to a better future of us. Yeah. And also, let us ask ourselves again. So, do we wish to realize our dream and change our destiny? Are we really ready to change our lifestyle? Are we ready to change ourselves? Are we ready to change our mindset? Yeah. So, if we are ready and we are here, congratulations again. Yeah. You are giving yourself a chance to work towards your dream in this Alcon Global platform. So again, a few things that we can check before we are ready to start. So of course, number one, master the how to start with the guidance of your outline. So master the 7 step of how to start is very important. So because we already has a system for you to duplicate, for you to follow and duplicate to your team. Yeah. Then of course, number two, if you have any doubts, you know, maybe this is your first time to join the training, or maybe, yeah, you just joined this after you just attend the business presentation few days ago. Maybe you still have some doubts about maybe the plan, or maybe you have some doubts about the product. So don't worry. So, but take the initiative to look for the answers to all the doubts you have first. Why? Because it's important that you yourself have the answer so that you will feel confidence. Yeah. And but of course at the same time, do not worry too much. You know, you do not need to close yourself at home for 1 month to just study everything. We have also, I mean, we have your uplines of your team, we have a mentor, we have a sideline, we have other leaders also equipped with the knowledge to support you for the meeting. Yeah, so look for the answer at the same time, keep learning and keep doing at the same time. Yeah, so of course number three is also important for us to understand the company background, the product and the plan, so that we are really clear what are we going to do and what are we going to head to. And of course, number four, have set a strong determination towards the road of success. Yeah, without a strong determination, or you know, sometimes if we don't set this, and we could be easily give up when we meet certain challenges later, which definitely it will happen. Yeah. And of course, number five, willing to duplicate 100% of the Alcon system, which is already a proven successful module for us to follow, to duplicate, and to help us to build our team. Yeah. And of course, yeah, next, the first thing, we thoroughly prepare. So number one is to change ourselves first. Yeah. So maybe you were from the audience, you know, audience of the Facebook Live, you start to get interested about the business. And from the audience, you become a participant. Yeah. Maybe you start to join the Zoom meeting, you start to think of, yeah, want to understand more and start to want to invite friends. And from a business partner, you become a leader and want to learn how to organize your meeting. Yeah, so we need to position ourselves, yeah, when we are already prepared to start this business. Yeah, so also position ourselves as a leader, from mentally thinking about from impossible, thinking about I am possible instead. Yeah. And of course, the image, yeah. Of course, I mean, we don't need to really dress until very professional or how, but importantly, we keep ourselves presentable, you know, so that because our image also represent us, represent the product, yeah, and keep ourselves always healthy, energetic, and of course, if you are doing or market on the beauty products, you have to keep yourself beautiful, presentable, so that people, I mean, trust what we say, yeah, and because we ourselves is the walking testimony, yeah. And of course, number three is the attitude. Always be positive and always be persistent, yeah, because definitely, no matter in this network marketing business or any other business, we need to stay positive and persistent, yeah, because if you want to make changes, of course, challenges come together, but we will grow as well. And the next important point is time allocation. Yeah. So of course, for a part-timer, you know, every day after work, we can allocate maybe 2 hours a day. So 5 days times 2 hours is around 10 hours a day. And maybe weekend, we can spend around 5 hours per day. So that is at least 20 hours a week for a part-timer. And for a full-timer, of course, it depends on how much time you want to dedicate every day. Yeah. So it's important that we also plan and manage our time and do a time allocation. Yeah. Of course, the next thing is to master the how to start 7 steps. Yeah. So this is also another important topic which I share in my first week of the system education training before. Yeah. So you can also rewatch that how to start topic to really familiarize and understand these 7 steps. Yeah. So number one is take or use the products. Yeah. Why? Because I think sharing is caring, and we ourselves need to really be the one to consume the product, to really benefit from the products, so that we can also share with the friends and family, so that we really benefit from that and we can share with them our testimonials. Yeah. And of course, number two, learn from, you know, the materials we have, the video, so especially from the iSmart e-library. Yeah, so if you just newly join, please go to your phone, the Play Store or the Apple iStore, to download the iSmart e-library. Because why? We have all the product information inside, every single product, and the promotion and the product available in different countries are all also inside. And we have also a lot of the Q&A video by the professional inside. For example, just spirulina itself, we have a lot of the Q&A video by Dr. Yasumasa Kodo, the second generation of the founder. So he answered all the short questions very detailed in the iSmart e-library. So it will be very useful for us, especially when we just join, or when we can get our new member to also download the iSmart e-library and learn from that. Yeah. So number three is attend meetings. Yeah. So of course, attend meetings is important because it's a platform for us to learn together and also invite friends to join us for listen to opportunity. Yeah. And number four, prepare name list. Yeah. So name list is also another important thing. I will go through the details later. And number five, then keep sharing. Number six, follow up and service after we sharing. And then number seven, duplicate. So duplicating these 7 steps is very important for every one of us. Yeah. So the next part is, of course, also the mental readiness, whether we have already give ourselves, a right mindset. Yeah. So when we decided to do the Alcon Global Business, of course, we may face a few challenges, like there's no basic pay. Yeah, definitely, because if we want to start any of the business, there is also definitely not basic pay. It's not like working. So the attitude of us need to change. You know, we have to be like, I'm the boss of my business, of my network now. So you need to really work for your income. Yeah. And of course, number two, rejection. Definitely we need to face, or we'll be facing. It's common, no matter we are doing any of the industry. Yeah. And number three, possible discouragement from maybe the spouse, the parents, the relative, friends, or the neighbors. Yeah. So if you can still recall, I talk about the dream stealers. Yeah. So they are caring for us, but sometimes, you know, they may not really have a clear understanding of what business are we doing, or they have a bad experience from the other network marketing. So we cannot blame them as well. So we have to have a very clear understanding of this business, and that's why we can spend time and effort to really explain to them what are we really doing. It's actually for the best of the future, especially for your close family members. Yeah. And yeah, and after we decide, yeah, we of course we check again, are we ready to build this as our long-term business? Yeah. So we all know that building this network marketing business need time. But if we can really focus to build it at 3 to 5 years, definitely you will be enjoying the passive income later. So how fast we can build the business is also depends on how much time we can allocate to the business, right? Of course, if I only spend 1 hour every day compared to I spend 10 hours every day, of course, my speed of doing the business will be different to the person who spend 1 hour each day. Yeah. So of course, everyone, you have your own time, you have your commitment in doing your job and other things, that is fine. Yeah. What we mean here is allocate your time properly, you know? Yeah. And also prepare our mindset. Do we really believe that we can achieve our dream in this Alcon Global platform? Yeah, because I think the mindset and the strong belief to the business and to ourselves is also very important. Yeah. So like Ronald Reagan, the former president of US, he said we must act today in order to preserve tomorrow. Yeah. So wait no more, but take the action today to build for our better tomorrow. Yeah. So this is a goal setting that I have also shared with a few leaders that I think is also simple guideline for all of us, or for the leader here, you can duplicate to your team, yeah, when they just join. Yeah. So of course, step number 1, when they decided to do a business, they join with the entry package. So first step, to become a brand ambassador. Yeah, because as a brand ambassador, starting with the entry package, you are now secure with your position joining in the network already. Yeah. And of course, number 2, become a builder. So the next step is recruit a left one and recruit the right one. So you now become a builder. And step number 3 is become a pro builder. Yeah. So you need to sponsor 3 left and 3 right so that you will become a pro builder. Yeah, of course you can sponsor more than 6. You know, there isn't any problem. Yeah, just that we give the standard target to ourselves or to any new members. We at least need to sponsor 3 at the left and 3 at the right for the beginning. Yeah, and of course the next step, yeah, we can plan to also upgrade ourselves the entry package to the 650 package. Why? Because it's for our lifetime team volume commission, so that we can enjoy the maximum of the 20% team bonus for the future. Yeah. And step number 5, of course, we need to plan, also prepare our monthly maintenance. Why? So I believe most of you, if you have attended the training of a compensation plan. So I explained very clearly why we need to have the monthly maintenance, because we need to have make sure ourselves is every month we are active, we are doing our monthly maintenance at 30 BV if we are not director yet, so that we will be able to, you know, earn all the welcome bonus, team bonus, everything. And of course, when we are keeping ourselves active every month, if we have the carry forward power leg, it will not be flushed off. If every month we keep ourselves active and maintain, the maximum carry forward power leg for a builder is 10 million BV, which is a lot. Yeah. So that's why we need to plan, also set your budget for your monthly maintenance at least 30 BV, which is important. Yeah. So of course, step number 6, identify your one left and one right key leaders. Yeah. So of course, we know that maybe the one left and one right not necessarily immediately appear after you look for the 6th person. Never mind, if not yet, then you keep looking for more direct recruit. Yeah, but if you have already, you know, a number of new recruit, or you have already identified the one left and one right key leaders, you can discuss with your upline, and the next step will be focused to build your one left and one right and build them into pro builder as well, so that we continue to duplicate and build our network deep down. Yeah. Then the next step, when we are building the one left and one right to be the pro builder and building them deep down, then we are actually towards, you know, to fighting to qualify to become a director. Yeah. So remember, Brother Jay said last week, we don't fight to be a leader. We build leaders that we become a leader. Yeah. So that's why I mean the key point here is keep building leaders in our network. And of course, the next step, we can continue to build the left and right key leader to become the director, and discuss this goal setting planning with your upline as well. Maybe you want to be a pro builder at the first pay cycle that you join in 2 weeks time. Yeah, and build your next level of pro builder in a 1 month time, and director in a 2nd month. Yeah, that is something that you can set and discuss and work together with your upline. Yeah. So next, I'm going to talk about the prospect list. Yeah. So it's important for us as a new members or for leaders. It's important, and the prospect list, always remember, we can also always separate it into the customer list and the leader list, the business builder list. Yeah. So this is important for sharing and for follow up as well. Yeah. So number 1, of course, just list down all the prospect. So a few things to take note is maybe we can start, of course, for new beginner, we can start with the local friends or relatives. We will suggest also start with people who like you, people who is willing to support you, and people who is willing to listen to you. Yeah, so that we try to minimize the rejection at the first phase while we are still learning to share. Yeah, of course, later phase we're going to share with everyone. Yeah, just that at the priority, we try to, you know, look for people who are willing to listen to us first. Yeah. So of course, we then target each of them and separate them to the list. Maybe this is a prospect for me to do the selling, the sharing of the product, or this is a prospect for me to do the sponsoring, the sharing of opportunity. Yeah. So this is just a simple grading evaluation system that if you want, you can follow. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, we as a new beginner who don't have any experience in network marketing, sometimes we are not sure how to really prioritize our prospect. Yeah, so this is just a simple guideline for us to able to, you know, do a simple grading by these few criteria, and then we can discuss with the upline. Yeah, so it's not necessarily saying that we don't look for a person with a low points, but it's just that with the point system, we can go to the person with a higher point first. Yeah, so that the closing opportunity could be higher. So the part A, here we are looking at the prospect that has a, you know, high potential to buy the products, yeah, or has a product needs. So of course we look at the purchasing power, you know, from 1 point, 2 point to 3 points, you know, whether we feel that this prospect has a high or low purchasing power. And of course, number 2, health concern, yeah, whether the prospect is the type of person has any health concern, yeah, like maybe he has been telling you he has this problem or that problem or any health concern, or maybe now the area he's staying is a high risk of the virus. Yeah, so we can also grade by the health concern. Yeah. And of course, the number 3 is the health awareness. Yeah. So health awareness meaning that maybe this prospect is already the type of person that he loves to, you know, take a lot of supplements, do exercise, you know, keep himself very fit, very careful in the food, you know. So this type of person, we call it the person with a very high health awareness. So their acceptance of taking the supplements may be higher. So, yeah, so we can also grade them with the points of 1 to 3. So after we grade these 3 things, then we will have total points, and then we can easier for us to discuss with our upline. Yeah. So next, we're going to talk about prospect for us to sponsor. So of course, for prospect for us to sponsor or share opportunity, or you know, they are the main business builder. So we look at the few things that maybe we feel that is higher potential. So for example, prospective couple partnership meeting, meaning, you know, both husband and wife are interested, are keen in building business, you know, they want to earn more income for the family. So they could be also maybe middle income group, and their age from maybe from 25 to 45. And you know, they have signal telling you that they need part-time income. There are people who is ambitious, you know, love to learn, love to travel maybe, and unhappy with the status quo now. And of course, it's good that they are equipped with the means of transportation, meaning they have car, maybe easier to travel around. But maybe for the situation now, I think you need to have a very good internet, and Wi-Fi is also another key potential. Yeah, because we may not able to really run around like last time. And of course, whether the person is influential, so that his sharing and his network is big, and his what he share is convincing to people, and of course able to communicate well. So all these few points is also we can take note, and discuss with our upline whether the prospect belong to this group. Yeah. And of course, after we do the sharing, we start to do the prospect listing, then we start to share. So, but I also want to emphasize that, you know, actually, for ideal prospect to share or sell, actually anyone we can sell the products. Yeah, yeah. That grading just now is just serve as a purpose for us to have a better idea who to prioritize first. Yeah, so that when we want to find something, you know, we want to minimize the chances of rejection. Yeah, then we can prioritize and allocate our time well. Yeah. And of course, yeah, when we look for people that we want to sponsor, we can also consider people maybe who are affected by the possible retrenchment or the unemployment, or people who are unhappy with their current jobs, looking for entrepreneur opportunity, or maybe they have problems settling bills. Yeah, so these are the people giving signal that they are looking for opportunity. So it could be ideal prospect for us to share opportunity as a business partner. Yeah. Yeah, so of course, the next point that we need to take note. So after fixing an appointment, you know, set time with the prospect. Maybe now, I think maybe most of the time we are doing the video call or via text. Yeah, of course, video call is maybe more efficient to share so that we can see and discuss. Yeah, so of course, we plan our time wisely, always be punctual. Yeah, and what happened after sharing, you know, the follow-up part is extremely important. Yeah, because I believe all of you, especially if you are already in the network marketing for a period of time, you know that most of the people don't join at the first time you share with them. Maybe even yourself. Yeah. Maybe the upline has shared the product or the opportunity with you few times, and with the patient follow-up, then only you make decisions. So that is how important the follow-up is. Yeah. So after sharing, of course, again, we use the name list again to do the marking, you know, and categorize them. So for example, only maybe we mark X for people who is not interested for the product or opportunity for the time being. Yeah, and maybe we categorize again the Y for another group of person. Yeah, maybe they want to be just a consumer only. They don't really have a time to really build the business now. Yeah, so maybe we know that, you know, this kind of person, if we follow up them and service them to be a very, very good product consumer, maybe we can get also some referral from them. Yeah, if they are not the business builder. Yeah. And of course, also we have another type of person, not sign up already as a distributor. Then we need to know what is the next action we need to do. Yeah. So that's why it's very crucial and very important to categorize all the people you have shared and all the people, you know, you have sell the product or share the opportunity, so that we always know what is the correct action to do, so that we don't practice the wrong follow-up action to the right person. For example, maybe this customer already says that she has no time for the business now. She's very happy with the product. Yeah. But we keep sending the business, keep sending, you know, how much you can earn. And maybe we could accidentally irritate the person. We are not sure. Yeah. Or maybe the person signed up already as a distributor, want to build the business, but we are not really fast enough to really provide him or her the training. Or did not really coach her or accompany her to do the video call, the sharing. So the person may lose confidence after 1 or 2 weeks after he try and face the rejection by herself. Yeah. So that is how importantly to categorize and always to discuss the action. So if you are not sure, always discuss your list with your upline so that we never forget how to follow up and what action to do next. Okay. So yeah, so this is also similar. Yeah, so I'm talking about the same grading chart that I mentioned just now. So this is also just a guideline. Sorry, this is also just a guideline for you, you know, to do review with your upline using your customer chart or the chart for the listing or the business builders. Yeah. So for example, this is a customer grading chart. Of course, not necessary you have to follow 100%. Also, it's just a guideline, but you can have a book. It's good that you have a book, you know, you write down everything so that you have always a book to do review with your upline. Yeah, so you write down, you know, the name, the sex, the phone address. I think don't need, maybe the area he stay. Yeah, and of course then we like I mentioned just now, you know, the financial ability, the purchasing power, the health concern, the health awareness, so that we can do a grading of 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point, then the total mark. Yeah. So this is for the selling part. Yeah. And of course also for the leaders or for the people who we share the opportunity, then we can also, you know, do the scoring. So by checking all these boxes. So this is the 10 point that I mentioned also just now, like whether they are couples looking for opportunity, and the age, is it between 25 to 45, so that, you know, they are still energetic to look for and to work hard for the opportunity. And number 3, middle income. Number 4, they need a part-time job or looking for part-time business. Number 5, whether they are ambitious. Number 6, whether they are willing to learn. Number 7, they are unsatisfied with the current job now. Yeah. Number 8, they have their own transport, or maybe you can convert it to they have internet or good data Wi-Fi at home now, because nowadays we depends a lot on the video call and Zoom meeting. And number 9 is whether the person has a big influential power. And number 10 is a very whether he has a good communication skill. Yeah, so all these 10 points is also helping us just as a guideline to judge whether the person is a high potential that we can focus when we are doing the sponsoring. Yeah. So of course, this is also the FORM that we can understand better of the person, so that we can discuss, we can understand the need of the person better for discussion with our upline. Yeah. So number 1, of course, the F refer to family, lifestyle. O refer to the occupation. R refer to the recreation. M refer to the monetary investment, all these. Yeah. So this is a background that we need to understand about the prospect. Yeah. But again, don't be too worried, you know, even maybe you are not sure all the answer yet, then you are afraid and you don't want to share with the person. So don't worry, you know, this is just a guideline. And sometimes, you know, maybe when we first time share with the friend, you know, while chit-chatting and communication, oh, we understand this few concern about her. And when we keep doing the communication and sharing, actually, the more we will understand the person. Yeah. So don't also be too afraid until you don't want to go out to share with the person because you're afraid you don't know her. So don't be worried. Yeah. And of course, can also keep evaluation form. Let's say the customer already start purchasing, you know, even no matter they join you as a brand ambassador or even they buy one sachet of the 10 spirulina from you, you know, it's good that we always have a very clear record. We know that what product they are taking, what date they are taking, you know, so that we always know when to follow up, how to service, how he feel about the product, and we always know what to do the next step, whether the family has any health concern, and how we can actually, you know, start sharing to the other family members, or we can help to follow up for the repurchase. Yeah. So all this tracking is very, very important. Yeah. And the next one, we talk about the leaders and the business builder, the tracking card. Yeah. So of course, for the leader or the distributor who already decided to join us, yeah, or even if you're a new member today, you can ask yourself also, yeah. So whether a few checklists that we can look at, or whether we have teach our new members this, whether they have mastered how to start, do they really know all the 7 steps? Are they really practicing it? Yeah. And whether they have do the goal setting, when have they do the goal setting, they want to complete the pro builder in 2 weeks time, or they're already a pro builder, next target they want to identify the one left one right and work towards that. Yeah. Whether they have their name listing, whether you are doing the review with them already. Yeah. Whether this person already do their 650 BV upgrade, or if not, maybe how is the planning, is she going to plan to earn more from building the network first, or earn more from doing the retail sale first. So we need to always follow up very closely if this person is a business builder. Yeah. So that they are always on track. Yeah. So yeah. And of course, the next part I would like to also highlight here is very, very important, is always prepare our genealogy graph. Yeah. So for most of the leaders here, if you are already joined for a while, of course, we know that in the IBS, we can also see the genealogy graph, but it's not easy, you know, you have to always go inside the IBS. Sometimes, you know, the circle is too small, you cannot see the name, or you cannot really show your outline, you know, so that will be difficult for us to do the review. I always say or highlight that the genealogy graph is like our map to our business. Yeah. If we have, you know, if we don't have a map, we don't know where to go. Actually, when we're doing our daily action, or when we are building our leaders, we don't know where are we heading to. So genealogy graph is very, very important. You always need to draw. You always need to draw it on a book to be ever ready to do the review with your outline. So for example, just like I always have a very complete graph, like this is for this leader. So I have maybe other pages for other leader. So I have always, you know, different graph for under different leader if you already have a bigger group. Yeah. So, and of course, we also need to be clear the difference between the sponsor tree and placement tree. So of course, sponsor tree meaning all the direct sponsor under you and the person that sponsor. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you already have an idea, or you can mark it under your placement tree. That will be fine. Yeah. Because from what we see from the IBS and how the points will affect each other is actually at the placement tree. Yeah. So it's always important. At least we need to have on the circle and the name of the placement of your group. I mean, of all your leaders and all your members, no matter they are customer or they are leaders, it's important, you know, to draw it and discuss with your upline, because we will never know, you know, maybe a customer next time can become a very influential referral center. Yeah. So it's always very important of that. Yeah. And yes, and because I think if all of you, if you have attended the Brother J session last week, we emphasize on building leaders, especially for this new Japan travel campaign. So that's why I also shared previously, you know, after we become a pro builder, you finding the 6 people, 3 left, 3 right, then identify who will be the 1 left key leader and 1 right key leader under you. So how to really identify? Also, again, discuss with your upline whether the person is willing to sacrifice time to do the business. You know, you can really tell whether the person is really sacrificing time to do the business, to organize a Zoom meeting, to sacrifice time to learn, to join the system education training every Saturday, to really invite friends for the Facebook Live. Yeah, so you can tell. And whether the person has a strong desire, you know, strong desire, really want to change the life, or want to pursue the dream, and whether the person is willing to learn, you know, that's very important. If someone, you know, not willing to learn or not really able to work closely with you, then he or she may not be the right person you can directly lead, yeah, and build. Yeah, so of course, after we identify, let's say for example in this case is the B and E, then our next step will be focused to build B and E to become a pro builder. So finding another 6 at the left and 6 at the right. And of course, then again, we duplicate again to identify the next 2 key leader under the B, like for example, B2 and B5. And you see when we continue to build and duplicate build leader later on, in fact, this B2, you know, he's very, I mean, you will really see the team effort because you get a help from the direct upline B, you get a help from the senior upline, you know, even get a help from the upline, senior upline and the management. So it's very important if we identify the right key person and focus to build the right key person. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I don't think we want to keep selling every pay cycle to sell 1,250 BV at the left and 1,250 BV at the right to achieve the Japan. But of course, if we are new beginner where we have no new leader yet, it's all right, you know, go ahead and sell and complete your first point. But what I mean is when we continue to on the business and we continue to sell and we have already some leaders, it's crucial how we can continue to going to build, so that when we continue to build this B and the E to qualify their 1 star to qualify Japan, actually we ourselves will be auto qualified. Yeah, okay. So this is crucial, and remember always bring your genealogy graph to do your weekly review with your upline, okay? And the last point, of course, is the attitude and the right mindset. So again, in my 3rd topic of the system education, I also have a complete sharing about the right mindset. So we always say that in this business, it depends on 99% attitude and just 1% skill. So it's always important, if we have the right attitude, it's like half of the battle won already. I mean, it's easier, it's a good start. And our 001 always say, you know, he say if we have big problem, don't worry, it's going to give us a big money or big income later. If we face small problem in the network, yeah, maybe we just have a small little income because we don't have many problems yet. But if we have no problem when doing the business, then we may need to be alert, because when we really have totally no problem at all, maybe it just means that we are not hardworking enough, or we do not really share enough. Yeah, so, or we are not really building the network. Yeah, so we always see that if we are optimists always see opportunities behind every problem. Yeah, whereas a pessimist always see problem first behind everything. So it always depend on how we see every single problem as opportunity. Yeah. So there is a short story here, and I believe maybe most of you have heard of it. So once upon a time, there is these 2 salesmen, A, salesman B. They are sent by the company to Africa to explore, you know, whether there is the potential there to sell shoes. Yeah. So this shoe salesman A go to the East Coast to do a survey, and the other salesman B go to the West Coast to do a survey. Okay, so both after they do a survey day, you know, after a few days, The salesman A called the boss. Hi, boss, I think you better give up. I don't think there's any potential here. Nobody here is wearing the shoes. I think you better give up and save your expenses. We don't need to come here anymore, okay? So what happened? The salesman B also called the same boss. Oh, he's very excited. Whoa, boss, you know, how big is the market here? I never see a single person wearing shoe here. Do you know how big is the market? I think the demand will be very big. You can send me the stock ready tomorrow. I definitely can market here. So this is the tale of the two shoe salesmen in Africa. It's always whether we see the problems so big first or whether we really see the opportunity there. Yeah. So I hope this is something we can think about it. Yeah. And of course, the last few mindset, the other important one is that the right mindset, as I mentioned just now. The other very important one, I think, is the entrepreneur attitude, whether we treat this business as our own business. Yeah. So I would like to quote our latest one-star director, Dr. Mary Jane, as an example. So although, you know, she just joined maybe, I think just 2 weeks ago, she also joined as a participant, as an audience, just listening to the opportunity. But once she decided to join and she really treat this business as her own business, you know, she take the initiative to ask for the time of the upline, maybe Izai, to ask for the time from the management to support. She organized a Zoom meeting every single night. Until now, I think it's already 2 weeks. Every single night she has an OPP for her team. Even she's new. Why? Because she treats this as her own business, you know. Today, I think if we want to really be serious and really want to grow fast, we all need to have the entrepreneur attitude, yeah? So we should not have the mentality or mindset saying that, oh, why I'm waiting for my upline to organize the meeting for me. Yeah, why my upline never organized that for me? Yeah, if we have that mentality, maybe we are still not yet really treating this as our own business. Yeah. So I hope this is a good take-home message for everyone. Yeah. Because even you are new today, as long as you have already joined with a 30 BV, congratulations. You already own the right to build your business. Everyone has the same right to build your business and to global. Yeah. So, and again, just a short recap of this. After we have the dream and desire, set your target, do your goal setting planning with your upline, and start your action, do your weekly review. And definitely with continuing doing this cycle, yeah, we will be very close to our dream and we will be achieving our target one by one. So I hope my sharing helps today, and yeah, thank you everyone for your time.